Time for another The Warning reaction and review, guys. So again, we start with first music video, then we're gonna go into the live stage reaction as well, right? So let's start with Evolve then in the music video. And interesting here, right? It looks like it's like a drone or something indoors, like an iPhone inscription. So it looks like a weirdly, maybe it's like a crazy flight or something. Well, let's check it out. I would say this actually might be my favorite song so far from The Warning. Maybe not necessarily on the lyrics, but the actual beat, right? I really love this beat in this song. That's the shake from here, from Evolve, yeah, that I really dun 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 dun. I really like the beat in it. Absolutely. I am gonna hate now, but I will put it in my number one. Yeah, I think it is my favorite song so far from The Warning, honestly. But like I said, mostly like, you know, the tempo of it, the beat of it, yeah, so to speak, not necessarily the lyrics, right? Which is interesting, right? Which is interesting. But I think it also is this kind of song, like the way it goes, it is more a focus on the instrumental versus lyrics, right? So lyric-wise, it is focused on, I guess, evolving, metamorphosis, not over that, right? That's a bit smarter here now. No, but it certainly feels like, you know, it seems similar to me. Really feeling the warnings, kind of how the lyrics goes by now, right? Yesterday or so 2 weeks ago, we did Disciple, which is kind of like, you know, don't listen to everything here or whatever, right? This here feels like a similar tone to it, where you are, I'm evolving, right? Like I'm evolving beyond whatever I am, and perhaps it's like, a teenager becoming an adult, right? It's like, oh, let me evolve, mom, leave me alone, mom, that can feel to it, right? Or someone discovering whatever, who they want to be, so to speak, right? They're evolving away from whatever in his life, right? And that's why the song goes like, I'm not in danger, I'm not in danger because I'm, altering what I might believe is whatever. So that's what I mean, it's similar to Disciple then. Disciple is kind of like, see the truth, don't be, fight the system, kill. I don't want to get YouTube, but yeah, fight the system, right? And this is a little bit the same thing here, because it's kind of like when you are evolving, usually you do fight the system. But I will say that the system in that case tends to be your parents, right? You know what I mean? No, but seriously, usually it's, that you're evolving as a person, and it tends to be either your family or perhaps your friends, right? I mean, after all, I think a typical saying is that, like, oh, you evolved away from your friends. You know what I mean? I'll derail the video too much, but I think one thing that is super common in life is when you go 1 year to college. You know what I mean? I think almost everyone has the experience when you go to college and you return back. It's just a massive difference, right? I'm talking about, of course, primarily isn't just how you change, because you might have to live, by yourself and cook food, sure. But mostly, I remember so clear that is that when you return back home, right, to your hometown after the first summer break, how the people that did not leave, they haven't evolved. You know what I mean? Yeah, that feels so clear. I hope people understand what I mean here, right? But it's a very, very clear difference between like your friends that still stayed back at home and the other people that, just like you, move different places, you know what I mean? And then you're coming back, right? And you feel those people usually are like, whoa, they haven't changed at all. Yeah, they haven't evolved, right? So, common thing, right? And of course, from those people then, right? Particularly people that stayed at home, to speak, right, for a year, they tend to be like, oh, are you in danger now? Or because you changed so much, or you're so more adult now, whatever. Right? They tend to be like worried about you. Oh, this guy is so weird now. You know what I mean? So that's kind of is the whole, I think, the lyrics about. So you get into that, like some people try to keep your back, right? Try to hold back on. But again, similar to the whole fight system as well, right? The lighting hit me in my face, right? So I hope you like the special effects here at my house. What happens is that there's a skyscraper, basically, but like a really tall building all across the pond where I live, and when the sun hits it in this perfect angle, it's giant, like this like massive windows, right? It has hits back here to my house in my face here, so it's like this perfect, like weird lighting effects here now. It's awesome. But anyway, this part here, right? Clearly, it's a drone. As an early part. They're clearly using a drone, but I guess like a tiny one, maybe like Crazy Fly, because it's clearly flying indoors, right? It's almost bigger, so to speak, more aggressive drones. No, it's not a friendly one, right? But yeah, clearly a little bit drone using here. So you can clearly see they're using selfie sticks, right? So yeah, so the whole video is made by like a drone. We saw it clearly earlier that they're flying around and so on. But then also, yeah, like they have their own like selfie stick per stand or whatever, right? And you really feel it in the video. Yeah, it feels definitely more home done, right? Still looks great though. And that kind of tells you not just evolving, I guess, music industry, but I think it's overall, right? I mean, the Warning themselves, right? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Got their most fans, right? At the beginning of their fans, right? If we're doing YouTube covers, right? And so I think it really shows you overall how you just society, technically-wise, has evolved so much. After I'm sitting here just blabbing right in my own mic, right? But it's so easy today to just make your own decently amount, having a decent camera, having a decent phone. Yeah, that is something I think is really fantastic. A side note is in general, I think in today's society, because anyone can just, be a podcast. I know everyone wants to post that, but again, my point, anyone can do it, right? Because it used to be that you needed to buy like a camera, and just get the camera then, right? It goes like $10,000, right, to make a decent movie. And now you can buy like a cell phone, and you have like one cell phone each, right? So you can just make a pretty cool like music video with just having a bunch of, and a drone is cheap too, yeah. So it just shows in general how it's been so. I think it's become like so democratized. I think the technology. That's my take on it. But anyway, let's look at the live as well then. This is the live one. It's the same as the last stadium, the Pepsi. The me, I think it has the best beat of all the Warner songs. But I do feel the song has, and this is not like a complaint at all, I hope it's very clear. The lyrics aren't bad, but I'm saying, I think it's harder to sing along to, you know what I mean? Because the song is higher beat, right? That's what I prefer it, because I like the more dun dun dun, right? But it does feel harder to sing along for this song. And I have to say that kind of feels now on the live part, right? Because on the other ones we did earlier this week, I feel like everyone's kind of like, oh, you know, it's more like, you know, okay, we have like a longer break here, right? You know, they have like a little bit of rock ballad, right? In another one. That rock ballad, obviously, I must say they have a foot, but it's a slight rock ballad, right? You know, and it's like rock ballads are clearly easier for everyone to sing along with, right? But here, this one is much more. So, so I feel the audience is kind of like is struggling with that too. You know what I mean? Like, but again, like, you know, I don't think it's worse for that reason. I'm just saying that if anything, I think it's good to have different. I mean, if one thing, right? If you're gonna make a live performance, you should have a different kind of tempo songs, of course. I mean, if anything, you have to kind of shit up, right? To kind of keep the audience alive, right? Yeah. Still in Mexico, right? Yeah, this is in I mean, I've seen the other ones now. Yeah, this is still in Mexico, right? So still doing the Mexico speak, right? Yeah. One thing though, I think we're here now, is that I wonder what to do with the red stuff, right? So in the music video, it was a very, very red, right? It has a kind of filter to make it super red. And it should be about now in the song here, we should have this, like, you know, the red filter. So I really wonder if they're gonna have something like it just, I mean, I'm guessing the lights behind them, right? I see it in other performance, the lights are like epileptic you. So I'm expecting it to be like a really crimson red soon, like a blood red vampire moon or something. It's gonna be like some Mexico vampire thing, like what that's the dawn in the movie is called. Something like that, yeah. Old Aztec vampire feel to it. I'm guessing it, but I think so, right? Because the other live performance, those lights behind them go kind of crazy. Let's see that. So that's it, but come on, I was right, that's what I say, it's gonna be some kind of red crimson color, I call it, obviously. But yeah, it felt kind of predictable, right? Honestly, like, it's gonna be all this red lights going over. I was waiting for this moment, it's gonna be all this red, you know. But I'm thinking, guys, so please leave a comment below, and of course subscribe, like button, smash that like button, alright. But I'm thinking that in the next video, we will have to make, we have to take another center, another stage. So leave a comment below if there's another stage that looks different or better or worse. Even worse, yeah, like it's different, right? Because now I feel I'm almost getting like, I feel now how the Pepsi center does it, right? Like I was just like, oh, it's gonna be all this red lighting in the ceiling and gonna go off. It's gonna be blah, 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 you know what I mean? So yeah, next song I'm gonna have to find another one. But this is one that keeps being recommended to me when I'm googling or searching on YouTube. And this is the one that always pops up, right? But I'm sure there's some other ones, right? The first one I watched was another one, but that one was weird because it was the one recording, right? With all the rain and so on, yeah. So whatever. Leave below if you have another stage, another amphitheater, with another feel to it. But anyway, what do you guys think about Evolve? What's your favorite song? Like I said earlier, I think it is probably actually my favorite from an actual like beat, yeah, not lyric wise, but from my, you know, like I said, like the actual tempo of the song, the beating, yeah, which I tend to say as a side note, right? You can actually analyze people's like music, how I say it, how much people like music, and or what kind of music they like when it comes to tempo and so on, tells you about their personality. So I actually did some studies about that like 15 years ago, but just from my own sake then, right? I like really high beat music, right? I like the high tempo, you know what I mean? So I like this song here, for example, right? When it comes to, example, anime music, right? You know, I like the high beating. So, example, I love, you know, Oshinokoi, Shoga, Big Komacha, all the figures, right? High beating, you know, that, right? You know, I like the J-pop and so on. So that tells you that I'm an extrovert, okay? The extrovert, the introvert, people with high energy, yeah, people that are very energetic, like I am, you tend to actually like really high beat up music. And then also, like I am, very positive. I'm always like a half glass kind of full guy, right? Then you really like this, like, you know, yeah, pop or something. but it really is, yeah, higher beating music, right? You know, a lot of high tempo, so on. Like, for example, I do love rock, right? Said many times, glam rock, metal rock, whatever. But I have a struggle, you know, with it's like heavy metal. I love heavy metal, but I struggle with, you know, kind of death metal, right? I struggle with songs that feels like negative to me, you know what I mean? And I know people say, oh, but I struggle with that sometimes. Yeah, I struggle with that kind of metal music when it feels too much depressing to me, if that makes any sense. But I think that's kind of in my personality mindset. It's I'm generalizing here, but I'm struggling with that. What do you guys think? Anyways, so you guys have a great day.